All right, competency 1, skill 3. Evaluate expressions using the order of operations. What does that mean? Just like you say here, PEMDAS, PEMDAS, and more PEMDAS. We need to know the order of operations. Hopefully this jogs your memory a little bit. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Hopefully that helps us out a little bit. That little mnemonic device should help us out there. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And what it all means is, first off, whenever you're solving expressions, you always want to look to tackle the parentheses first. Then go for any exponents. Then multiply, divide, add, and subtract. That's the order of operations. That's the order in which they go in. So let's go ahead and get straight to it, and let's tackle some examples. Example 1. Evaluate this expression. And so as long as you follow PEMDAS, take it cool, take it smooth. You'll be just fine. So let's go ahead and look at this example. 3 multiplied by the quantity 5 minus 7 all squared minus 14 all over 8. All right, so PEMDAS. Let me just go ahead and write this out over here so I can remind myself. PEMDAS. All right, so do we see any parentheses here? Yes, we do. There's an exponent outside of it, but we want to take care of what's inside the parentheses first. So first off, let's rewrite everything. 3 multiplied by. Notice how I left that parentheses blank. What belongs in there? What's 5 minus 7? Well, that's going to be negative 2. 5 is less than 7, so if you're subtracting by a bigger number, the result's going to be negative. So negative 2. Now up next, we've taken care of what's inside the parentheses. Now we can go ahead and completely eliminate the parentheses by taking the square of negative 2. So what's negative 2 squared? Well, make sure you know this. Negative numbers squared are always positive, because when you think about it like this, negative 2 squared means negative 2 multiplied by negative 2. Hopefully we understand that from our previous competency skill. So negative times a negative is positive. 2 times 2 is 4. So this would be 3 times 4 minus 14 all over 8. All right. Now we've taken care of our parentheses, we've taken care of our exponent. Let's go ahead and take care of multiplication. And so let me go ahead and be very clear here. That way we don't make any mistakes in the future. We have our numerator and we have our denominator. All right? Numerator and denominator. They're being separated by this fraction line. They're being divided by each other. So this entire term here, whatever this comes out to be, is being divided by this 8. So these are basically like parentheses. We want to take care of this entire top part before you divide. Before you divide. All right? So first, let's take care of everything up top, then we'll divide, because this is technically in a parentheses. So first off, we have multiplication here and subtraction there. Let's take care of the multiplication first. 3 times 4 is 12. Again, this is like in a parentheses. That's like saying we're in a parentheses there. So 12 minus 14, what's that going to be? Well, 12 is less than 14, so 14 minus 12 would be 2, but it'd be negative. All right, and there we go. And now we can go ahead and divide. Now we can simplify this. 2 divided by 8, well, they're both divisible by 2, so we can simplify this. They're both divisible by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Don't forget your negative. And so our answer is going to be negative 1/4. Boom, there we go. And don't freak out if your final answer isn't always a clean number. That's not the point. The point isn't for us to solve for a clean number. The point here was for us to evaluate the expression no matter what the result may have been. As long as you follow the order of operations in the correct manner, hey, trust your final answer. And if not, if you're still a little weary, go ahead, just double check your work. That's completely fine. But just know that we're going to need to go ahead and practice this more and more and more until we get to the point where we can solve this problem and know that we solved it in the correct manner.